AIM-listed Anglesey Mining, EPIC code AYM, is the owner and operator of the historic Parys Mountain mine on the island of Anglesey in North Wales. Since establishing a preliminary economic assessment in 2021, drilling campaigns at the Northern Copper Zone and Garth Daniel Zone have provided extensive evidence to support a significant increase to the existing PEA numbers. The company's also recently appointed experienced mining engineer Rob Marsden as chief executive to oversee the next phase of development. Last week, Rob recorded an intro video clip directly from Parys Mountain, and today we have a chance to hear from him in more detail, also at Parys Mountain with a fantastic view in the background. Hi, Rob, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's a lovely day here on Anglesey.
It looks fantastic. Looks fantastic there. It really does. So Rob, I'm aware it's early days for you, and of course you're getting your feet under the proverbial desk, so to speak. Can you tell us a bit about your background?
Yeah, certainly. I'm a mining engineer. I graduated from the Camborne School of Mines in 1995, and the first 18 years of my career was with Rio Tinto in various parts of the world, roles with increasing responsibility. Wound up in their head office for 3 years, looking at the major investments that the board wanted us to review. So an awful lot of flying around the world, looking at projects, getting to know them quite quickly, and then providing a dispassionate, independent assessment of those projects. And then for the last 10 years, I've been running my own consultancy, largely consulting to blue chip mining companies. So that's my career in a nutshell.
Well, that's quite some career, Rob. You're, of course, long established as an industry consultant, but you must have seen something pretty special at Parys Mountain and Anglesey Mining to convince you to take up the position of CEO.
Well, apart from just the view, I came here a couple of years ago and visited Joe Battershill up here, and I liked what I saw. You know, reviewed the publicly available information, and I thought that the asset had true potential. Little did I know that sort of 18 months, 2 years later, this opportunity would arise. And since joining, it's really been the people that I've been impressed with. There's 4 of us on the board. Obviously, I've known Joe for a long time. We were at the Camborne School of Mines together. Andrew and Namrata I got to know very well during the selection process, and was very impressed with their professionalism. And then last week spent a lot of time up on site, getting to know the team up here on site. And so I think we've got a good team of people to take this project forward. Yeah, so that's the potential I see here at Anglesey.
Excellent. Well, of course, last week we had the latest assay results from the Parys Mountain drilling campaign. What's your take on these latest results, Rob?
Well, I mean, the RNS says it all, really. The third drill hole has confirmed quite a broad section of mineralization in line with the other 2 holes, which I think is what Joe and the team rather suspected. But importantly, it's given us greater confidence in the drilling that took place in the late 60s and early 70s of the Northern Copper Zone. And it's really sort of it's almost a psychological thing. You know, that drilling was done a long time ago, although it was done competently at the time and all the rest of it. I think the sort of the tyranny of time distance. Maybe we didn't have quite the confidence that we should have had in that drilling, and now we've got incredible confidence in that, because the intercepts have confirmed what was uncovered in the early 70s.
Well, of course, you mentioned your experience there at Rio Tinto, and of course identifying investment projects and opportunities. Are there any comparisons you can draw at this stage?
Probably not project-wise. You know, Rio Tinto's projects and other blue chip mining companies, you know, they've got an awful lot more noughts on the end of their capital compared to this project. But what is the same is the process that we're going through from here, namely to undertake a pre-feasibility study. And some companies actually split that into two elements. The first element being very much a divergent phase, that is to look at lots of options to develop this mine, the capacity of the mine, the mining method, the processing flow sheet, the tailing stacking method, those sorts of things. And then the second phase of the pre-feasibility study is converging onto a single scope to take forward into feasibility study. So at that point, the feasibility study becomes an engineering issue, down to the details of, how much concrete do I need to pour in order to do the foundations of the mill, and how many meters of pipe do I need to connect, the flotation units to the thickener, and all of those sorts of details. So that's what I'm focused on, is delivering the pre-feasibility study, the PFS, and making sure that we shape this project in a very robust way, so that we've got the right scope moving forward into feasibility study.
Excellent. Well, aside from an obviously fantastic view from your office there, as the new CEO of Anglesey Mining, what can investors expect from you in the coming weeks and months?
Well, I think they can expect that real clear path as to how I'm going to deliver the pre-feasibility study. And actually, this week up at Anglesey is an important week, because I brought together some of the geologists who've been working as consultants here at Anglesey Mining, in some case for decades, together with a gentleman who I've known since I joined Rio Tinto in 1995, an ex-Rio Tinto colleague of mine, who I respect and trust, and has got sort of 40 years of experience of geology, but has new eyes to this deposit. And so really it's a case of, this week we're going to put them in a room together, discuss the deposit, discuss how to shape that, and what exploration future looks like here. And for me to understand the geology, because it's not simple geology, so I'm going to be doing an awful lot of listening. So that'll be an important week. And then as we go forward, I'm going to be deploying, folks who've worked with me at my consultancy over who've got many decades of experience in the fields of mining, in the fields of project management, in the fields of metallurgy, mineral processing, to really shape this project, as I said, in a divergent way during the first phase of pre-feasibility study, and then to draw conclusions so that we've got a good scope to take into feasibility study.
Well, Rob, we wish you every success for the work that's ahead of you now, and of course in your new role. We look forward to speaking to you again shortly, of course, to catch up on the progress. Rob Marsden, Chief Executive at Anglesey Mining, many thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Alan. Nice to talk to you. Bye for now.